Disclaimer: Doing on voiceover. If your readers are uncomfortable, mute the video. Ryan, oh my god, you were surprised by his sudden move, Jimin. You know you are a bit heavy, he teasingly said. You turned to look at him. Ryan, what? Then let me stand up. You were about to get to your feet, but he grabbed your waist tightly. Ryan, hey, let me go, you said angrily. Jimin, I will never let you go. You got angry at his words. Ryan, okay, just take your hand off my waist, man. You tried to move, but he grabbed your right hand with his right hand. Jimin, princess, don't move. Calm down. His sweet, low voice stopped you, and he was staring at your back with a small smile. Ryan, okay, you are nervous. Jimin, are you hungry? He asked you, and you nodded without turning to him. Jimin, food in front of you, start eating. You confused. Ryan, sitting on your lap. Jimin pulled you closer and rested his chin on your shoulder. Jimin, yes, and if you want, I'll feed you too, he said in a low voice. Ryan, no, no, I can eat myself, thank you. You started eating and he laughed silently, watching you from behind. Ryan, such a flirty jerk, just like Minhyuk. You thought and rolled your eyes as you chewed the delicious food in your mouth. Sometime 2 hours outside the house. You were playing with Bella outside the house. Jimin's cat was very happy to be friend with you. Sometimes she was jumping in your lap. Sometimes she was running around. You were running after her to catch her. And all this Jimin was watching his balcony calmly standing with his hands in his pockets. Jimin, such a childish designer I found, but I am lucky to have this girl with me. He chuckled and looked at you with Bella one last time, then went inside. You held the cat tightly and began to caress Bella. She was sitting quietly and calmly wrapped herself in your arms, but suddenly she jumped off and ran towards the forest. Ryan, Bella, you run behind her. Ryan, Bella, come here. She a fast runner. After 5 minutes of running, she not to be found now here. You got tired and standing on one place, just yelling at her name. Ryan, Bella, you breathed heavily. Ryan, let's go home now. Bella, you yelled again. Ryan, should I go back? Jimin will be mad at me. Oh, hey, Ryan, he already warned you not to go so far. You were worried about Bella and also scared of her father. As he treats her like his daughter, so obviously we should call him her father. Ryan, Bella, you saw Bella running towards you. You were happy to see her safe and she jumped back into your arms. Ryan, where did you go? Thank you, Bella. Your father is scarier than this jungle. You laughed and fell silent as you saw what was standing in front of you. The wolf came running after Bella, saw you and stopped some distance away from you. Your senses stopped working, your gaze locked on his, and he looked at you as if staring into your soul. You took 2 steps, holding Bella tightly in your arm, and the wild wolf let out a loud howl. You forgot about Jimin when you saw this wild wolf. And it was not remembered that you need someone's help. You were completely numbed by his terrifying appearance. Bella, meow. She sounded in fear, and the wolf, hearing her voice, greeting his sharp, bloody teeth, and then ran towards you. Ryan, no! The wild wolf ran and jumped to attack you, but someone threw a knife at the wolf behind you. The sharp knife penetrated his jaws, and the wolf fell to the ground and breathed. You turned around and it was Jimin. He took a step towards you, but the other wolf pounced on him. Jimin fell to the ground and the bloodthirsty wolf was scratching at Jimin's skin with his fingernails to hunt him down. While Jimin was preventing the wolf neck from bending with his elbow, the wolf's long teeth was eager to scratch Jimin's fur and were struggling to suck his blood. Ryan, Jimin, you screamed in fear because the skin was so scary and painful. Bella, meow meow. She sounded loudly and was trying to get free from your arm. She cares about Jimin, wanted to save Jimin, but you held her even tighter and started crying loudly. And Jimin was trying to pull out the knife with his other hand and kept inside the socks on his left leg. And when, after so much struggle, he got hold of the knife, he quickly stabbed the wolf in the head, which caused the wolf to pile up there. Jimin tossed the wolf to the side and stood up. He looked very angry, and you moved towards him fearfully. Ryan, I'm sorry, you cried hard in front of him. Ryan, are you okay? You barely said while crying, and Bella slipped out of your arms and wrapped around Jimin's leg. Jimin, it's getting late, let's go home. Jimin said, looking into your wet eyes. It seems that his anger was over. You nodded and left for home. At night, 9 p.m., Jimin was sitting on the bed treating his wound when he heard a knock at the door. He knew it was you at the door because there was no one else in his house and no one has reached his house in so many years. Jimin, come in, he said, and the door opened. You entered slowly. You stopped your steps when you saw Jimin shirtless. He looked at you in your eyes. Jimin, you can come here. There is nothing we are both unfamiliar with. He started treating his wound again, but you could see he was smirking. You sagged and tried to shake off all your nervousness. Then you went to him and sat on the bed. Ryan, I can help you. You don't have to do it alone. You said bitterly and took a cotton pack from him, then started cleaning the blood from Jimin's arm. He kept staring at you, sitting so close you feel strangely as if your body was heating up in the cold forest. Your feeling of warmth made you thirsty, you gulped. He saw you and hovered over you, making you lay on the bed and him on top of you. You widened your eyes when he smudged his lip on yours. But after a few seconds, you kissed him back. He was surprised but also happy. The kiss became passionate. He gripped your waist tightly and tried to explore every corner of your mouth. You wrapped your arms around his neck, deepened the kiss, and some minutes later, the kiss turned into a makeout session, but you stopped him. Ryan, I want to ask you a question. You placed your hands on his chest and looked into Jimin's eyes. Jimin, what do you want to ask me? You blinked nervously but decided to not to delay any longer. Ryan, do you love me? He pushed for a second. Jimin, no, I don't love anyone and it won't happen and it never happened. Princess, if a man, he talking about pupils, not only men. Love is supposed to be life-giving. Is it still possible that one day her heart will run out of love? Jimin, you are my obsession. I can't live without you. And even after my death, my mind and heart will only want you. Obsession is better than love. A tear fell from your eyes. Ryan, if your obsession want me to be with you, I agree to spend my whole life with you. Don't ever love me. Your obsession for me is enough. You said in Breaking Wise he felt your pain because Minhyuk betrayed you in love, and what hurt the most was that he was your childhood friend. Jimin was happy that because of Minhyuk, you are his forever. Jimin, I will not leave you even if you want, he said, looking deep into your eyes. Then this time you pressed your lips on his. You both wanted to go further, but you realized that he was hurt, so you stopped and laughed at him. Jimin, don't tease me, princess. You again laughed. Jim Ryan. You need treatment first. Then he got up top of you and you treated his wound. Then, without wasting time, he made you his. After 2 weeks at morning, you came out of the room because Jimin was not with you in the room. Ryan, Jimin, why are you Jimina? You called him, but he did not answer. Then you turned around to see Bella running happily towards you. Ryan, oh my Bella, how was your night? Did you sleep well? You asked sweetly. Bella, meow meow. She sounded sweetly that she was good. You chuckled at her, Ryan. And you know where Jimin is? You asked, and Bella began to lead you somewhere with her. In a minute, she takes you in this torture room where Jimin used to dissect human's body. You startle and looking around with the widened eyes. Then your gaze stop on Jasmine's body. Why, Jasmine, you were shocked to see her here. Why, and Jasmine, at that time you shouted and ran to her and grabbed both her legs as she was hanging on the wall. Why, it was all a lie. You never run away from us. Forgive me, Jasmine. I am so sorry. You cried loudly. Jimin comes in with bloody hands. He killed another person who tried to enter the forest. Jimin, Ryan, he called your name from behind. Ryan, Jimin, please help me to take her down. He walked over to you and pulled you to him. Ryan, I said, help me, Jimin, what are you doing? You were about to touch her again, but he suddenly took you in his arm and walked out because Jasmine's body was smelling badly. He sat you down on the couch and kneeled down in front of you. Ryan, I want Jasmine, Jimina. You said loudly, and he said, Jimin, she's dead, princess. You hit him on the shoulder. Ryan, I know you did. Why did you kill her, Jimina? She was innocent. He felt bad and told you about that night. After 5 minutes of explanation, you understood why, but you still don't want a bloody life with him. Why? And don't kill people like that, Jimina. They have their own family, love, and life partner. Have you ever wondered how they will survive without them? They must be broken inside. They don't even get a see to that bodies of their loved one. With teary eye, you looked at him. He was already staring at you. Jimin, I can't live it all. People are so mean, Ryan. No one belongs to anyone in this world. These people will tear me apart from you too if anyone found out. You became my obsession by mistake, but now I can't leave you under any circumstances. It's not possible. He said in a serious voice and got up on his feet. Ryan, but I belongs to you. I can't live without you. But I can't live like this, Jimin. Leave it all for me once. Jimin, princess, you are looking tired. Come, let's get some rest. We will talk later. He took you in his arm and walked into the room. You also stopped forcing him because you knew he would try to better person and left this all. Next day at morning, you opened your eyes. Then, when you woke up and wondered, what are you doing here? Why did he bring me back here? Then you ran outside to find Jimin and hope he would be out. Ryan, Jimin, you called his name. An hour later, you are tired of looking for him, and he is now here to be found. You were crying a lot. You were sitting on the couch and crying badly with your head low. Ryan, I could not believe, Jimin, you had done this to me. I wanted to spend my whole life with you, but you broke up within 2 weeks. All our lies. No one in this world truly love. I hate you, jerk. 2 years later in the city, you are pampering your kids after cleaning up, and you giggled when you see Bella playing with your twins. Ryan, Bella, take care of them. I'm going to get feeders from the kitchen right now, okay? Bella, meow, meow, meow. You giggled again and kissed her, then walked into your kitchen. Within 2 years, your life turned into happiness, but you missed Jimin in every happiness you had. That time, after 1 week, you find out that you are pregnant. You were shocked but decided to keep the baby, and then the next day, Bella showed up at your door. You could not believe she was there. You ran outside and started looking for Jimin again, but no one was there except for you and Bella. You were so happy to see her and hoped that Jimin would come back one day. Then you left Darkvilla because of your pregnancy and came to your old house where you used to live. But in every vacation, you visit the forest with Bella, but she never took you to his house. And today is the day you blindly waiting for him, just to hope that you have his Bella. Jimin will come back in one day. You were leaving the kitchen when someone knocked on the door. You went to the door and opened it. You had feeders in your hand. And when you opened the door, you lost your senses seeing Jimin in front of you. You hold your door, but he came over and pulled you into his arms tightly. Why and where have you been, Jiminy? He did not say anything, just feel you in his arm. You hugged him back and Bella ran down to feel her father standing at the main door. Bella, meow. She sounded loudly. You broke the hug and she jumped into Jimin's arm. You laughed emotionally. Jimin, you missed me. He was asking his Bella, why? We missed you. You said, looking at him. He looked at you and smiled. Jimin, I am sorry to left you alone at that time. He regretted his decision. Ryan, you are back. Don't apologize anymore. You carries Bella. Jimin, thank you. And where are my kids? He entered the house pushing you aside. You were surprised. Ryan, how did you know you were watching over us? He chuckled. Jimin, oh my babies, daddy missed you so much, he said and held the children in his arms. You were standing at the door watching him. He was kissing all of their faces. You were happy to see them. Then, a few minutes later, you walked over to them. Ryan, where have you been, Jimin? He said and turning away and pulled you in his lap. Jimin, you wanted to change me, so I decided to leave you for some time. But when I found out about your pregnancy through the cameras, I sent Bella. And I went to Canada to change myself and got treatment there. But after a few weeks, you left. I wanted to run you, Ryan. But at that time, my treatment was more important. My life had changed a lot after the accident, but you came and changed me. Ryan, really? That's why you are looking so different. Your behavior, your talking style, huh? It's mean your obsession towards me are also gone? You asked him loudly, not expecting yes from him, but he gripped your waist and pulled you more closer to him. Jimin, you are always be mine, princess. He rubbed in his nose against yours. You chuckled. And then Jimin proposed you for marriage, and after marriage, you started live your life happily with Jimin's and kids. The end. Thank you for watching.